taking care of the environment. It's known as the human race goes up, the environmental goes down. And that's a problem, because when we're advancing, the last thing we think about is saving the environment, saving a tree or animal. And we need the animals to keep the balance between nature. So statistics shows that over 395 animals in Brazil are in risk of completely extinguished. And we have to take care of them in order to survive. So,
this is our solution proposed and the reason we're going to talk about this talk. And education treats me transforming in a conscient adult. This is because we believe the children are the future of the world. And the second one is that practice parents are more effective. So most people can learn more quickly when you expose it to the practice parents. And the last one is how to get the attention for the children. We believe that technology can help us for this. So, Jefferson?
What you can do that? This is our brand. This is our logo. And the name of our company is Ani, or Ani. It comes from animal in Portuguese. And we choose this colorful logo because it's easy to get the attention of the children. Ani. Actually, as it in Portuguese is Ani. And what you offering? You're offering. How many of you had to carry experience of take care of an egg during 1 month, once in your life? An egg, yeah. No? How many of you had dissected an animal to see its anatomy? Do you think it's possible to learn reading a book the same way as you dissected it? No? That's our point. We're trying to offer a practical solution to teach the children how to care about the environment. And our product is composed by practical experiments and an applicative to run a mobile device, where the children can see how the soil, how the water and air behaves when exposed to pollution, how can we treat that, and the applicative is trying to bring the egg experience, but controlled by a teacher. So the teacher can see how the children carry the experiment.
Well, our target are composed by private and public fundamental schools. In Brazil, we have more than 240,000 schools, according to National Institute for Educational Studies and Research, Anísio Teixeira. So why did you choose the fundamental schools? Because during this life step, the children are developing our personality. So it's a good moment, it's a perfect moment to change the sense of environmental responsibility in children. Furthermore, in Brazil, we have more than 29 million students at fundamental school. So we can a big transformation with it. And our first idea is to sell the product to Brazil and after sell to other countries.
The total cost of this investment of these projects is 325,000 reais, like $135, and we will get financial investment in PNDES. It's a big bank of investment in Brazil, and they use government money to develop new ideas, new companies, and we intend to make a business relationship with private companies like Johnson & Johnson or a social institution like Greenpeace to get their brand related to our product. So it's the way to make money faster to develop our product. And I think the variable benefit of this project is to educate our children, our future generation, how it's important to preserve the environment and to be easy and very good for children, very enjoy for children, okay? We are able to receive the question, if you have. Yes, the final value of the investment, the financing, is like $170,000. Adding 4% per year, and so it's the final cost of this project. Okay.
I have two questions. So the first one is, so are you creating a software that students can interact with and learn how to dissect a frog and...
Yeah, actually it's a kit that's having a software, it's an application that you can use with your tablet, and then a kit that you can use soil and see how the water goes when you treat them, when you what happens to the animal and with the environment.
Okay, so one is an application that anyone can just download onto their phone or tablet,
Yes.
and the other one is a
And
kit
this
that
application, the teacher is going to be able to see what the students are doing and able to see what they do and teach them. Well, you're doing this wrong and you have to do this way. So the teachers are going to deal with the students if they're playing at home or at school.
Okay. So then who you're selling to are the schools, right?
Yes.
You're selling
Don't
this
sell
to
online.
school districts or something,
Yes.
and then teachers can implement it in the
Yes.
classroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is your company set up as profit or non-profit?
No problem.
Non-profit, okay. And who do you think your big benefactors will be?
Sorry.
In other words, what's going to be your startup cost? And have you done any cash flow projections?
Well, actually we're going to financial with the government. You can lend us money and then when we develop we can give it back. That's how it works.
Oh, the government, the Brazilian
Yes.
government is
Yeah.
going to finance your startup?
That's what the BND.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a big bank in Brazil that
Backyard
Okay.
investment.
When do you reach a break-even point? I mean, how many units of the software do you have to sell over what period of time before you start making a profit?
Actually, what's it trying to do?
Well, non-profits need to make a profit, otherwise they don't stay in business.
The breakthrough point probably be when you can achieve the most part of the skills in Brazil, and after that you can implement more experiments. Do you know the fellow from Confucius? He used to say, I hear and I forget. I see and I remind. I do and I understand. So what you're trying to do is not to get a profit with our work, is trying to teach in the best way to students how to care about the environment.
So are you counting on the government to bail out your losses year after year after year?
Actually, the Brazilian government has a program to incentivize these kind of companies. So that's why it's easy to get started one of this company. If you,
I guess I'll start up a
yeah,
company.
if you are leading, if you are leading in a purpose of 3.6 million of reais, you can get it easy. So our cost is 305,000. So
Okay.
it's
Thank
really
you.
little bit.
some examples of the kind of things you'll be teaching? I'm having trouble visualizing how you're going to make a very hands-on kind of dirty kit with animals or with plants or with dirt, and then have a piece of software near. Is it going to be nearby, or
no? It's going to be portable. You can get the software out of the kit, and actually the kit's going to work at the school, so you just do the best assignment, and then you're going to work with it, and then as homework, you're going to have to play with your application and try to save the animal in that environment while you just learn at school.
Okay, so the hands-on won't be like you won't be dissecting an animal.
No,
Is it virtual?
No, virtual. We often keep practical experiments. We have samples of soil, samples of water, and polluted soil and water.
Okay.
And we're teaching how to treat this polluted soil. It's nothing, let's say, toxic, but it's a simulated experiment where the children can see how it works, what it can do to avoid it, what's the hazard that causes it. So we have two parts. Our kit is composed by two parts. One practical, one that is the experiment about soils, non-lab experiments, like soil, water, and the applicative is to show them how a real animal had to live. Imagine deforestation. Imagine the deforestation and all the hazards they can find in the environment.
So you'll have software simulations of experiments,
Yes.
and then
Your goal
We
in
have
subdivision
actually-
is to save the animal and save the environment with it. So you have to
Okay.
take care of the environment to save the animal.
so is this primarily a software effort, or is this going to be a supply chain effort where you're trying to organize resources to spread out to schools? So you're going to try to be sharing resources with schools,
Yes.
things like dirt and plants and
Yes.
different kinds of like chemistry that probably isn't toxic but is interesting to share. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's going to be a software component related to that.
Yeah, they said the application, so like a teacher's tablet, and then there's like a hands-on kit that we can also order.
Okay.
Well, how is it done currently? Okay, well, so what you're saying is currently in the schools they teach nothing about environmental impact or nothing about the environment and animals.
They do teach, but how did we say it's easier to get it when you're doing things than just learning about it.
Okay, so they don't do any experimentation in biology or if they take biology,
not in
they take...
Brazil.
Not in Brazil.
Like,
Not in Brazil.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Okay.
They just
So-
teach that they show pictures and stuff, but they don't actually go to work.
Okay, so so through your kits, that's what you're introducing them to is the on-hand, the didactic portion of it, and then your software is if they're going to, as you said, dissect an animal, you'd rather to save animals from being dissected physically, you're using this virtual software model
Yes.
to do that. Okay, because that wasn't clear. I was very confused about what you were actually trying to do and how you were trying to go about it. So, and it would have been nice to, in your presentation, to mention that in the school system there isn't, that they're not doing this currently.
But doesn't the use of software simulations and whatnot defeat the original purpose, which I think I heard you say, hands-on is better than book learning?
But they're gonna have both. There's the kit
Well,
that
they are
comes.
going to,
Yeah, there's that.
so there will be some hands-on of working with the animals and plants and
Yeah.
things as well as the software. Thank you.